So today I'm going to talk a little bit about thinking about the kind of relationship that we want to have with our children. We spend a lot of time as parents wondering who our children are going to be, what kinds of life they're going to have, um, what experiences they're going to have in life, how they're going to react and respond to those experiences. And because of that, we spend a lot of time micromanaging our children and trying to instill in them a healthy value system and morals. And the thing is when we're doing this, we're failing to see our children for who they are. And a lot of times, these micromanaging ways that we go about trying to instill a healthy value system and all this in our children um, actually kind of drives a wedge between us and our children. And particularly if we're practicing mainstream parenting, um, we're uh, if we're practicing mainstream parenting, we're often sending messages that are quite opposite to those of healthy value systems and things like that. We're using force and physical override to teach about respect and understanding of other human beings, right? So, here in the gentle parenting spaces, we're trying really hard to step away from all of the coercive parenting patterns, and yet it's really hard. And part of the reason it's hard to get our brains around this mindset is that fear that our children are going to grow up to be terrible people. They're going to grow up to be abusers. They're going to grow up to be a bad person in some way. All these societal ideas about disciplining your children now so that the police don't have to do it later for you and things like that. And our children are not blank slates to be molded into who we envision them to be. And our children are also not broken humans waiting for us to fix them and put them back together. Our children are amazing, bright, creative, deep, loving individuals. And more than most adults that I know, children have a deep intrinsic sense of justice and fairness. And um, they just don't have the developmental skills to put this all into play. But if we can just show up for our kids, be present for our kids, provide a safe and healthy learning environment for our kids, and trust that they are already good people while we guide them and really think about more so who are they going to be, but how are they going to feel about their relationship with me? Because it's really important, when we're looking at adults in today's society, one big thing that we're seeing is that a lot of people are spending a lot of time in therapy trying to figure out their relationships with their own parents. And we don't want that for our children. When our children are 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, if we are blessed enough to still be around at those times, right? Certainly it would be our hope that our children still wanted us in their lives, I would imagine. And the kinds of relationships that we want to have with them throughout life are so important, like being able to show up for them when they have a heartache, and being able to be there when they fall in love, and being able to be part of all of the different things that are part of their life. And when they become adults, they will have that choice. And how we have parented over the years is certainly going to be defining of how willing they're going to be to engage in those processes with us, to allow us to continue to be parts of their lives. And um, when we trust that our children are good people and see all of the beauty that is them, we're opening the door to continuing to have a relationship with that amazing person as they grow throughout life. So I won't say too much more. I'll just leave it at that and we'll get to the sharing portion of the call. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me go ahead and shut off the recording.